Take a look at this picture. Can you see some black spots appearing at the intersections? That's where all those lines meet. It can make you feel a little bit dizzy, but dark spots seem to appear and disappear very quickly at the intersections. Time to move on to a new picture. This grey centre bar is the same shade everywhere. Watch carefully. Looks like it's lighter on one side and darker on the other, doesn't it? There's the grey bar on a white background. It's the same grey all the way through. Now, move your head forwards and backwards while looking at the black dot. What appears to happen? Don't worry if you don't all see this, but for a lot of us, you might find that the wheels are moving. Keep looking backwards and forwards. See if the inner circle goes one way and the outer circle goes back another way. It only works if you look right at the black dot. Now focus on the cross in the middle. Keep staring at that little plus sign. Keep looking and see what happens. You can probably see a green circle whizzing around, making those purple ones disappear. Don't worry if you can't see it. Don't worry if you're seeing something different. Keep looking at that plus sign in the middle. It's a fascinating optical illusion. Let's move on to another one. Do you see a rabbit or a duck? If you can see a rabbit, that means you're looking at a bunny that's looking to the right. So the white sections sticking out to the top left are the ears of the rabbit. If you can see a duck, those white sections that stick out to the top left are the beak of a duck. And the duck is looking left. Here's a more old-fashioned rabbit or duck. It's easier to see when you change the angle. So on the left you can see the rabbit with its ears sticking up. On the right you can see the duck with its beak pointing left. Can you see a circle or a spiral? Check out this building. Do you sometimes find yourself tired going up the stairs? I think we'd get really tired going up these stairs. Look at one of the people, look where they're going. Look ahead with your eyes as they go up and up and up and up and up and up. Interesting. Now look at someone going down the stairs. Down, down, still going down, still going down. It's a never-ending staircase, an optical illusion. This is a circle, honest. If we had a giant coin or a plate to put over that circle, you would see that it is a perfect circle, but those lines make the circle look slightly warped and out of shape. There you go, a perfect circle. Do you see a B or 13? I guess it depends which way you look at it. Do these red lines look straight to you? You guessed it, they are straight. Who knows what's going on here? What's the ceiling? What's the floor? This is my favourite. How many legs does this elephant have? If you're thinking 4, I would agree with you. And then I look at the feet, and I can see 5. This one's great. These two tables look different. To me, the table on the left looks long and thin compared to the table on the right. But the rotation reveals it's the same. And in fact, it's a parallelogram, not even a rectangle. The same size, the same shape. Do you see a young lady or an old lady? This took me a long time to spot. If you see a young lady, then you're looking at the side of her face as she's looking away into the distance. So you can just see the side of her right eye, and you can see her ear and her jawline. And she's facing away from us. If you can see an old lady, then actually she's got a larger crooked nose, and she is facing more towards us. And we can see her right eye, and we can see a little bit of her left eye from here. So she's looking down and to the right as we're looking at her. And she's got a bit of a spotty chin as well. Don't worry if you can't see them both. This is a fun one, isn't it? This appears to be an animated image. But it's not. It's an optical illusion. If you look at the little red shapes, which are like snake tongues, you'll see they're completely still, stationary. But lots of parts of the picture, when you look at them, make it appear to be moving. Rotations and wobbling about, but no, this is a stationary image. This is tricking our minds. Really, truly, nothing is moving here. Now then, optical illusions are a trick of the mind. They're also about seeing things a little differently. You and I take water for granted. We turn our taps and the water flows and it's easy. However, we met Rose in Kenya last week in our assembly, and she is experiencing what's called a climate emergency. We all know the world is getting hotter, but there are different angles to look at this from. Some people appreciate it's getting a bit warmer. No one likes being too cold. And we're quite safe with our water supplies in our country. But if you look at it from Rose's perspective in Kenya, the water supplies are drying out. They are facing droughts. So we need to help by raising some money to help their water. The climate crisis hurts us all, but people living in poverty fight the worst of it every day. From drought to flooding, climate change robs people of control over their lives. Extreme weather means people like Rose are struggling to survive without a reliable source of water. Your gift could help a community build an earth dam, so when the rains do come, they will have the water they need to live. A reliable source of water will help families withstand long drought or relentless rainstorms. So actually, sometimes it's really dry and other times it's super, super wet. But having a dam and a way to channel and control the water supply makes a huge difference. So far we've raised £12.50, but we're going to raise a lot more with our brilliant cake sale this Friday. So at the end of the week, bring in some cakes and we're asking you all to make donations online into our electronic envelope. If we can raise £300, we will make an enormous difference to people in Kenya, like Rose. So make sure this date's in your diary. After school, you can come and get a cake if you've given a donation online. Now, we're going to finish with our school prayer. So I'd like you to read this out with me together. Dear God, thank you for Twynham School. Thank you for the opportunities we have to learn. Thank you for our families, friends, nature, and animals. Lord, give us strength to be resilient, creative, happy, and kind. We promise to respect, celebrate, and care for each other. Amen. Well done, everybody. I bet you've all sat beautifully looking at those optical illusions. They're lots of fun, aren't they? It's a great way to stimulate our brains. But also, it does remind us that things can look different to different people, different perspectives. So whilst we hear about global warming and we might worry how it affects us, remember, it's really making a big difference to Rose in Kenya. And our cake sale is going to help make everything a little bit better for her and everyone else over in a part of the world where the rains have a far bigger impact on whether they've got water to drink or not. Thanks everyone. Take care. See you soon.